Hello, I'm Andrew Clear. I'm an ALM consultant with Northwest Cadence, and today we're going to talk a little bit about CodeMaps in Visual Studio 2013. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over to a demo box. If you're familiar with architecture tools, CodeMaps really won't look all that shocking. It's built kind of on the same platform, but what is new is that you can get into it from basically anywhere. So I can jump into CodeMaps. We're going to start from let's start from a class or a method. Let's go from a method. Okay, so I can right click on any method name. Notice this one reference right here is going to give me a hint that this will have something to actually code map. If you're interested in what that means, that's a code lens, and Northwest Cadence is going to have a video up shortly just showing you exactly what code lenses are and how they work, so stay tuned for that. But today we're talking about code maps. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on the method name and click show on code map, and what that's going to do, it's going to do a build, and it's going to take a while. The first time you get your code map going, it's got to search out all those references and on all those sorts of things. It's kind of the same idea as find all references, but you can go both forwards and backwards. So in this case, my node is now up. We've got my node. I'm going to go ahead and so I'm starting with this method called start. I'm going to click this show related button here, and I can find all references, everything that references this method, but what I really like is I can also show all methods that this calls, so I can go both forwards and backwards. So when you're dealing with code that you're not familiar with, this is a great way to kind of just walk the trails and see what's going on. It's also really good to do while you're debugging, to walk those trails as well. It can be very helpful. In this case, let's go ahead and go forward first. So let's show all methods that this calls. So now this is going to jump out and show me all the methods that the start method calls. Okay, there it goes. And so now you can see that the start method actually calls these 4 different methods. And so I can walk down any one of these methods. We call it traveling squares. I can show everything related to this one. I can find everything that references traveling squares. Notice that it's going to stick it inside of a box for me. So this is saying, okay, so now we've got a new class that we're talking to. So now inside this class, there's a method called traveling squares that has a start method. So we can start to see how all this stuff works out. We can jump around and change the layout real quick and move it around to our own liking. I like quick clusters, tends to be my favorite. We can undo, we can go back and forth, and we can do all those sorts of things. The last thing I want to jump into here is go into the advanced tab and show all containers. So this is going to put everything inside containers so that I can see the exe, I can see the project itself, and then I can see the DLLs inside the project and the methods inside the DLLs. So it kind of keeps everything nice and clean. Okay, so that's it for code maps from the exploration side. But the other cool thing that you can do with code maps is you can add comments. So I can drop comments in code maps. I can drop comments on specific things. So if I have a project level comment, right? But I can also comment on maybe a method. I can add comments wherever I want. So this is going to be, so we're switching sort of from the following the path that already exists to designing new paths into our program. So this can be a really cool designing tool, and it works dynamically with what the code currently is, and you can design on the fly and then save and share these. So I really actually like this aspect of it a lot. So yeah, that's about it for code maps. It's a pretty cool way to get into architecture tools and dynamically update it and do your design, and as well as find your way around a new system. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more videos coming from North.